know I got the receipts, girl. You know I got the receipts. Welcome back to the Sweet Pea Diaries. It's your girl Sweet Pea, and I am back with another video. If you are a returning subscriber, welcome back to my channel. And if you are a new subscriber, welcome to the Sweet Pea Diaries. Be sure to like the video, share the video. Most importantly, be sure to subscribe to the channel. Hey, Tia Simone, my member. All right, you guys, the question. Justice for Shanquella Robinson. Can the U.S. prosecute this case? Can they prosecute the Cabo Six? But the question is, will they prosecute? So we have, hey, allegedly Shady Shannon. I ran across an article that WCNC published on their website. The question that people have been asking, because in my last video, I even stated that it would be nice if the United States could prosecute this case, because Mexico and how they have handled it so far, I'm just not comfortable with them getting justice over there. So people have been asking that question. Well, can the U.S. even step in? Well, sources show that the United States absolutely can prosecute this case. And they can prosecute it because these are American citizens. And the case took, the crime took place abroad. And the only way you can prosecute in a foreign country is if they are American citizens. Okay. So I'm going to show the information. They fact checked it, because this website, they actually fact check up against, they have, things that we can verify. They fact checked it up against a legal website and also federal law. Okay. So let me show this to you. We're going to break it apart and I'll give my commentary and then we're going to get up out of here. All right. Let me share my screen real quick. And then I want to share something with you guys. So, can the U.S. prosecute the Shanquella Robinson case? As thousands of people await a break in the Shanquella Robinson case, it is possible for the U.S. to step in as long as certain conditions are met. So, I'm not going to really go all into this other stuff, because all this is just detailing what they did over there. So they're saying that many people are wondering if the United States authorities can intervene and prosecute the case. Shanquella died in late October while in Cabo. Her parents claimed the group told them that Shanquella died from alcohol poisoning, but a video surfaced that apparently showed her being assaulted by someone on the trip. Okay. An autopsy later confirmed that she died from a broken neck and a spinal cord injury. Now, here's what the verified team from the WCNC, which is a Charlotte publication, their team discovered when it comes to the investigation of cases involving Americans in other countries. This is what they discovered. If a crime happened in a different country, can the United States prosecute the case? Now, their sources are Gary Monty, a Charlotte-based attorney and partner at Monty PLLC, as well as the United States Code of federal regulations? And the answer is true. Yes, it is possible for the United States to prosecute a case that happened in another country, but only if it involves American citizens. What they found, the United States Code of Federal Regulations states that if a person being a national of the United States kills or attempts to kill a national of the United States while such a national is outside of the United States but within the jurisdiction of another country, they can be punished. This statute expressly empowers our federal government to prosecute American citizens that have been involved in the murder of another American. By simply looking at the statute, WCNC Charlotte can verify that yes, it's possible for the U.S. to prosecute, even if the crime happened outside of the country, but only if it is involving Americans. However, there are some hoops to jump through, Monty stated. And Monty is the attorney that they spoke with WCNC, their source that they were asking about this. Now the attorney says there has to be written approval by the United States Attorney General, and it has to be looked at and approved by the Department of Justice. That's the first hoop that they got to go through. The second hoop, according to this attorney, is the U.S. can't prosecute a crime if the same charge has already been adjudicated in the country that actually has jurisdiction. If the foreign country has already prosecuted someone for the same conduct and the same type of crime, then it would not allow the United States to prosecute the same individual again. However, the U.S. could prosecute for other crimes associated with the main offense. Okay? So Shannon says they can prosecute if there was a plan prior to going to Mexico to harm her. Mexico can still prosecute them as well. They can serve time here, and when they are done, they can be sent to Mexico to start their sentence there. Mexico is going to make them fry because this can and will affect their tourism. So, the information that we read suggests that yes, they can be prosecuted because it's as simple as it didn't state anything, about the actual intent or plan prior to going to Mexico. It was just as simple as if they are an American citizen and the person they harmed is an American citizen, this happened abroad, they can prosecute. It's just as simple as that. Okay. But then they also said there are loopholes. The first one is that if there is not written approval by the United States Attorney General and not approved by the Department of Justice, then they wouldn't prosecute. If the foreign country, which is Mexico, if they already prosecuted the person, then we couldn't come back and do it. So that would be something like double jeopardy. Hey, speak with your girl, Marcella. So the question becomes, hey, Alicia, my member. Hey, Marcella, my member. The question becomes, do we think that America will step in and prosecute the Cabo Six? Do we think that they will step in? April Walker, hello. And look for Dejanay. Do we think that they're going to start going and arresting these people? Because really how this is, like, it's just sitting. It's just sitting. We don't know anything. We don't have any updates. This is why everyone is making videos and everyone is speculating, because there are no updates, which is horrible. We have video. What's taking them so long? Why are they just sitting? So I hope that America does throw their hat in the race and that they do bring justice. Because if they can, why wouldn't you? Clearly, it was a horrific crime. And if it wasn't for the video, they probably would have gotten away with it. If they were blonde hair and blue eyed, the US would do any and everything to keep them from being extradited. you know, so I had someone, and I told you guys that I'm going to, I have a right, just like everyone else, to follow up with this case, to give my audience updates, and I'm going to give them updates that are backed by receipts. I'm going to give facts. But I had someone that it was interesting, it was an interesting comment and statement that was made under one of my videos. Okay, so Marcella, we just read she says the US could prosecute for the after the fact maybe. We just read, what the US could do. We read it from this article, and what they used to their receipt was the actual federal code from the United States, from our government. You know what I'm saying? Our federal code. And our federal code says that if Americans commit a crime in another country, as long as the person that they committed the crime against is an American, they can prosecute them. And as long as, the Attorney General and the Department of Justice, as long as they sign off on it, then they can prosecute the case. And then, like it says, Mexico can already have done it. So that's another thing. That's something that we have to, we got the chat going on, and we got, the content creators will be doing these videos, and everybody is freely talking about everything in the chat, right? But then this is how the confusion comes in, because people start throwing out all these narratives. And then the content creators that are just looking for clickbait, they'll look in the comment section, and the next thing you know, they'll see something sensational that somebody put, and then they'll go do a goddamn video on it. Like, doesn't make any sense. Nothing to back it up, no proof. I had somebody tell me today in the comments that I have not brought any breaking news. All I've been doing is recycling information. I haven't put out anything that is new. Well, newsflash, I'm not the goddamn prosecutors. I'm not the, investigators. I'm not in on with the FBI. I'm not going to have no breaking news. All the breaking news that you see with these YouTubers it's made up news. And see, that's the sad part about it. You got people that really believe that the stuff that's being put out is true. So when a person that is telling the truth, we're looked at and we're side-eyed because we want to put out the truth. And then you telling me that I'm not giving breaking news. I'm just giving, well, I can't give anything but recycled information. I don't have any inside tea. Nobody has any inside tea. It's all made up. They got y'all thinking that that shit is real. How they got information that the family don't have? But that's because you want to believe it so bad. It sounds so good. And so y'all are starting to believe lies instead of the truth. And you're missing the point here. The point is Shanquella Robinson. The point is justice for Shanquella Robinson. So this is what we need to be pushing for. We need to be pushing for the prosecution by the United States. We need to be signing petitions and things. I seen a YouTuber that has a petition out. That's great. We need to be doing things like that, bringing, awareness to the case. The US should get on it. That's something that we should be pushing for, instead of trying to come up with breaking news. I can't give you nothing that's not out here. Everyone is regurgitating news. All the YouTubers are giving recycled information. They're getting it from the same place I'm getting it. All this breaking stuff that y'all seen is fake. The interviews, fake. The website, fake. But y'all still believe it because it's more, that's more exciting. It gives you something to think about. It gives you something to feel intrigued. So the fact of the matter is, these are the type of subjects that we need to be thinking about and we need to be talking about. We need the prosecution of these people. We need the family to get justice. We want justice for this girl. We want her family to get what they deserve. We need these people to be charged with crimes. How could you see what this girl went through? How could you know what these people came back and lied and said, and yet nobody is paying for it? Somebody should be arrested by now. How is this girl on the run? How she got a federal warrant for her and she on the run? If they wanted to find her, they could find her. So I'm with Shanquella's mother. What is going on? We should have an arrest by now. We should have a video of some of these people,
Own
if
every
not
mile at the
all
Hyundai
of them,
Getaway
being
sales event.
taken in.
Hurry in to get our best deals of the season. Get in and get away. Sign and drive home and all.
That ad just started playing, child. The ad said it wants to play, but I'm gonna let you guys watch that video. But still, like, I'm with the mother. You know, there should be something happening by now. There's no movement on this, none whatsoever. So here is a video detailing what we just went over.
While we wait for an arrest to be made for the death of Shanquella Robinson, some are wondering if the United States would be able to prosecute the case, even though Robinson's death happened in Mexico. Wake Up Charlotte's Megan Bragg verifies.
This is a question a lot of people have been asking because when there is a crime, charges are normally brought in the jurisdiction where that crime occurred. But what if it happened overseas, but it involves two Americans? So the question, if a crime happened in a different country, can the United States still prosecute? Let's verify.
Our source is Gary Monty, attorney and partner at Monty PLLC in the United States Code of Federal Regulations, or CFR. This is the United States Code we will be examining. It states a person being a national of the United States kills or attempts to kill a national of the United States while such a national is outside the United States but within the jurisdiction of another country shall be punished.
The statute expressly empowers our federal government to arrest and prosecute American citizens that have been involved in the murder of another American citizen overseas.
So by just looking at the statute, we can verify that, yes, it is possible for the United States to prosecute even if a crime happened in another country, but only if it's a crime involving Americans. However, there are some hoops to jump through in order to do this.
There's got to be written approval of the American United States Attorney General. And so it has to be looked at and approved by the Department of Justice.
That's the first hoop. The second, Monty says, the United States can't prosecute a crime if the same charge has already been adjudicated in a country that has jurisdiction.
If the foreign country has already prosecuted someone for the same conduct and the same type of crime, then the statute would not allow the United States to prosecute the individual again.
However, the United States could prosecute for other crimes associated with the main offense. With your Verify, I'm Megan Bragg.
So there you have it. Oh, Lord. So there you have it. They definitely can step in and prosecute. So I'm hoping that America does step in and prosecute, because there's no movement on this. And the family, you know, it's just sad that they're just sitting and waiting. They're just waiting in limbo. This girl on the run, they named her as the suspect. What are they waiting on? Why they haven't picked her up yet? You know? So I just wanted to run that by you guys. That I thought that was something interesting that, you know, people were asking. I even had thought, well, hey, if America can prosecute, I wonder if they can prosecute. And I came upon that article. Again, you would think that the truth would be all over YouTube. This is an update in the case. These are questions that people have. But is it being published? Absolutely not. The truth is being suppressed. So I'm going to try to put the truth out there as much as I can. We want justice for Shanquella Robinson and her family. And that's what we intend to do here on the Sweet Pea Diaries. So you guys have a good night. This has been another one from me. Like, share, and subscribe. And I'll catch you guys on the next one. Bye.